Good day, everyone. I just want to tackle one of the current events happening in the Philippines right now. We have here the 2019 SEA Games investigation revival as of 7 p.m. July 20th, 2026. The National Bureau of Investigation reignited the probe into the alleged anomalies in the funding of the sports complex used in the 2019 Southeast Asian Games, after NBI Director Melvin Matibag said they received new information on the Philippine Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee, the private entity that organized the sports events. What is being investigated? Matibag alleged that there was no public bidding for the project and that the private Malaysian company that built the complex was paid through congressional insertions in the GAA, or the General Appropriations Act. 10 billion into the constructing of the new Clark Sports Complex, 50 million into constructing the 2019 SEA Games Cauldron, and 300 million in unliquidated rental fees in 2023 despite the event's end. And you can just read the rest, okay? I will insert a short video of the opening of the SEA Games, and you can, that was the one of the proudest moment of being a Filipino, that event.
Passing on to the next generation of boxes. And there you go, the cauldron is lit. The flame jump and fire.
Now let's go back. Here we have Matibag announced on July 20th that Senator Alan Peter Cayetano may be subpoenaed by the NBI to explain his role as the chairman of PHISGOG at that time. He said that according to the documents they received, Cayetano was appointed as interim chairman by the Philippine Olympic Committee and was instructed to incorporate PHISGOC. Matibag, however, questioned how Cayetano could have served the PHISGOC chair when he was not listed as a member of the board of directors. And this is the response of Cayetano. Let's focus on the NBI director, Matibag. Who is he? Well, he was the latest witness in the impeachment trial in the Senate for the Vice President, Sara Duterte. And this is one of the exchanges of the defense attorney, Mark Vinluan, and the witness, NBI Director Melvin Matibag. You're a lawyer, correct? 29 years. Can you recall Rule 130, Section 22 of the Rules of Evidence? So based on this rule, a witness can only testify based on his personal knowledge, correct? Tama po. Pero meron pong mga exceptions sa rules. Kung wala kang personal knowledge, chismis lang yun, tama? Hindi ko naman po naririnig sa korte dahil ako'y nagpa-practice din kahit minsan hindi ko narinig ang hearsay ginamit ang salitang chismis. Let's go back to this Rule 130, Section 22. What is in that article, or what's stated there? So let's read here under C, testimonial evidence, and under number 1, qualification of witnesses, section 22, testimony confined to personal knowledge. A witness can testify only to those facts which he or she knows of his or her personal knowledge, that is, which are derived from his or her own perception. And in the cross-examination, it was presented that he was just appointed this year, last February, and this case was almost 2 years ago, right? And as an NBI director, it's quite appalling to see that you don't know, and asking the younger lawyer to refresh you about that article because you're the NBI director. Ang daming kasong nilalapit sa NBI, di ba? Tapos hindi niya alam yung rules about witnesses. It's quite, mahilig talaga siguro sa bending of the law, kaya ganun? Or did he not answer because maiipit siya? More information about Director Matibag. We have here NBI Matibag's 2024 DT columns, Daily Tribune, fueled defense, challenge, and impeachment trial. A series of opinion columns written by NBI Director Melvin Matibag criticizing VP Sara Duterte became the centerpiece of the defense's cross-examination on Tuesday as her lawyers questioned whether the NBI chief has already formed a judgment on her before overseeing an investigation that later became part of her impeachment trial. So defense lawyer Mark Vinluan pressed Matibag over 3 columns he wrote for the Daily Tribune in 2024. Inday Sara the Bratinella. The Bratinella is a flat spare type. And Bratinella Sara and her bad habits. Those are the headlines. And who's the author? Director Melvin Matibag, back in 2024. So Matibag confirmed that he wrote the columns but said they reflected his views as a columnist and were separated from his duties as NBI. And this is the continuation. Here it says here, as an NBI director, I don't think this is material. A survey is just a snapshot of what's happening. It doesn't necessarily follow that once it comes out, that's the truth. And blah, blah, blah. Siguro naman, mulat na tayo na lahat ng mga Duterte supporters or Duterte inclined politician ay pinapakulong na nila. We have Senator Marcoleta, dating Congressman Mike Defensor. And who's the latest now? Yes, thereafter, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. And I won't be surprised if isusunod na naman nila sila, maybe Ma'am Pia Cayetano, or si Senator Bongo, or sino pa, si Robin Padilla, lahat na, ipakulong nyo na. Kasi nga, sa 2028, alam naman natin na kung sino mananalo, di ba? So yeah, kung hindi mo pa rin to nakikita na pattern, ay good luck na lang talaga. Talaga naman. Antabayanan natin ang SONA ngayong Monday, ano? Kung ano na naman kaya ang magiging, ano kaya ang naging tawag nito, accomplishment ng administrasyon. Manood po kayo ng mga live ni Attorney Vic Rodriguez para mas mamulat po tayo. Ano? Wala lang, gusto ko lang i-discuss ito na baka lang naman na makatulong pa ito na kahit konting mamulat ang mga mata ng habang nagsascroll tayo ng TikTok. Ano? Ayun lang naman po. Huwag na tayong masya kung ipakulong na nila lahat ng mga politician na Duterte inclined. Ganun lang naman. Have a great week. God bless us all.